to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Joining Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the always insightful Kenny the Jet Smith. Kenny, it is so great seeing you.
Hey, Gregory Anthony. How are you today?
We're doing well, Kenneth.
Yeah, but it's good to have another guard on our row here, isn't it?
You know what? It just brings a whole new level of intellect to the broadcast.
Thank you so much.
Well, guards are the quarterbacks of basketball.
Well, if you wanted intellect, I'm the guy to bring down from up there.
Yes.
Spell intellect for us real quick, just so we can get a taste of your...
And now we're back off to the race. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're off. Let's go to the game.
DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, the Clippers, for now at least, are still tenants at the Staples Center. But former team superstar and analyst for the Hawks, Dominique Wilkins, who used to play for the Clippers at the end of his career, said the atmosphere at their games now matches that of the Lakers, adding, "This excitement for two teams in the same city, I don't know when that's happened in basketball. It's pretty amazing." Guys?
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. D.A., thank you. Kenny, these days you need versatile defenders. In your opinion, who does the best job of guarding from point guard to center in the NBA?
Oof, you got Kawhi, you got AD. I would add Paul George in the mix.
Sure.
I would add Patrick Beverly in the mix. I would add P.J. Tucker, guys who can play multiple defender positions. Avery Bradley, I would add him in there. You notice most of them on the same team, huh?
Yeah, they are.
That's right. Yeah.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. J.J. Redick is out there at Bledsoe, and it's Adams in at the center. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's George in at the 1. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Utah Jazz. It's stolen by Ibaka. Puts it up from 15. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. George, excellent D there from Bledsoe. And now the Pelicans on the break. Makes it off the glass. Redick's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here is George. He's coming off a 25-point game against Utah.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Redick finds Ingram. Another shot knocked loose and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Leonard against Redick. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And he knocks down the first one. Kenny, your career saw the expansion of the NBA as the league added several new teams. How did expansion change the league, and change for the players when you were on the floor?
Well, probably Greg can answer this better because he had to move out of the country.
Yeah.
When expansion came in with the
Grizzlies,
Vancouver. So
baby.
how did that feel?
I miss
leaving the
Vancouver.
country, not just leaving the state, but leaving the country.
And that's the point. It is different. Like, I mean, obviously it's still North America, and Canada's very close to us culturally, but it's still different. And the other big part was, you know, they knew about basketball, but it wasn't a part of their fabric. So a lot of times you were trying to educate fans to help them, you know, have interest in the game. So it was different, and especially growing up as a kid, you know, I never dreamt of playing in Vancouver for the Grizzlies. You know, that didn't never really entered into the equation.
Bledsoe showing some faith in the floater.
And George kicks to Batum. Leonard against Redick.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Kenny, as a freshman, you joined one of the great lineups to ever play in college basketball with guys like Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins. I mean, it was a who's who of the game.
Yeah, I know, Michael was so excited to play with me.
Was he?
It was just, as soon as I walked on
Chomping
campus.
at the bit, wasn't he?
When I walked on
this kid out
campus,
of New York?
he
here?
picked me up at the airport, you know, drove me around.
He had a car?
Oh, yes, he did. But then it was just great. Playing there with those kind of guys, it really gets you ready and prepares you for life.
Had you met Jordan before you went
On
to
a
Carolina?
visit, just on a visit.
On a visit you
But
had.
he wasn't the best player really at the time. Sam Perkins
Right.
was the guy. He was a 4-year All-American, first team. So it was Sam Perkins who everyone was in awe, and plus he was from New York.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Over Leonard. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers trail by 12. Over Bledsoe. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Ingram finds Williamson. Releases. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And every year, Kawhi plays at the highest level. A top-tier player who possesses a real competitive fire.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Ingram. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum. Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth
Yeah.
and make some sense optically?
Well, it's repetition more than the visual. So the more you, like I actually shot the ball and my left hand stays on too long, so I had a side spin. It didn't have a natural revolution. So Marcus Smart comes to mind, Lonzo Ball, but the repetition will help you.
Yeah. And, there are some guys that, some of the great shooters don't have great, Ray Allen, Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe shot it with a
Larry
little sauce.
Bird's
Larry
form
Bird
was different.
But, they perfected it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, when you make these kind of improvements in your game, you're putting in a lot of work in the offseason. Brandon Ingram growing up right in front of us.
Now here's Beverly. He had 13 points in the win against Utah. Here's Leonard, poked loose, just 4 to shoot. That shot off. Great D that time from Reddick.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. A pretty simple solution to ending this run, it would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Over the last few years, Jet, the step-back three has become a staple for some guys. Who do you think is the most consistent with it?
Harden and Doncic, easily. You know who started the step back? A guy named, the first time I ever saw it was Kiki Vandal.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I never saw a step back until he
And
played.
it was quick.
Yeah, he used to do a quick step back. And I'd never seen the step back move ever in my life before. And I was like, what is that? Is that a walk? And he's like, no, it's a step back. And now we got the step to the step to the step to the step to the step back.
The side back.
And what's going to be the next development?
You're just going to be able to run and you don't have to dribble.
Yeah. We're seeing that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And here is Ingram after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 14-point game. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And here's Beverly after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. With the shot. And it's George again missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Los Angeles has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Beverly missing. Adams right side. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And here we go with Morris running it up the court.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Bledsoe outside. From deep. Good on the 3-point shot. Bledsoe's got 5.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Williamson against Beverly. Pass to Morris. Shoots over Redick. Morris, no good.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. At the elbow, it's George. From the stripe, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 5 points in the game. And officials have been more vigilant, guys, whistling the travel violations that we see. At the same time, the league revising the rule book to clarify the gather step when players terminate their dribble. Kenny, in that regard, do you like the way the game is being officiated right now?
What is a gather step? Either you're walking or you're not.
Well, it would seem that way, wouldn't it?
Either you're moving or you're stationary.
The gather step's always been there, though. It's just, honestly, a lot of guys didn't have the ability to and didn't know how to master it. Iverson was the first guy that I saw that had mastered the gather step. And that's, to me, it's just kind of the evolution.
Walking in my book, Greg. It's still walking.
No, it's you gathering. You get that extra. It's basically, it gives you a half a step.
I'm old school. Let's walk it.
You're old.
Yeah, and you didn't finish school.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. And then for New Orleans, Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Eric Bledsoe.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now, here's Kennard. Last game he had 10 points. Pass to Williams. High post to Baca. It's rebounded by Hayes.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And it's Ingram missing. Clippers trail by 17. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrimp.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
Here's Williams following the score by New Orleans. Ibaka right side. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Williams. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Ball, the pass to Hart. 46 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball against Jackson. A putback, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Williams can't hit. New Orleans has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first. Here's Hart. Sinks that one from the post.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
The shot missing. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. The Pelicans on top, running away with it. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, you know, it's a physical game, obviously, but, you know, a lot of it is mental. So, you know, just, you know, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, you know, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Yeah, sometimes Lonzo's got to put the defense on their heels and start attacking with some aggression. And that play, he did so.
The Pelicans have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
That's good from Ball.
I think Lonzo is doing a better job at this stage of taking his game just a lot more serious than when he came into the league.
Good on both. And here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac's with it, now guarded by Ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
2 shots.
That one is off.
And the feisty defender, man, Patrick Beverly, one of those guys you love to play with and you would hate to play against, Jet.
He's just an irritant. I mean, this guy's like, oh my God, he's like a bug in your ear, like on a summer day in the bushes. Like, it's just annoying.
Just ruins the whole
picnic. And he's not scared to guard anybody, but all day you're just swinging at your ears and swinging at your ears. I'd hate to play.
He has a motor, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Here's Hart. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And the Clippers have possession. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
New Orleans shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. A different look for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Zubats, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's the floater. That one's not going to go. AT that time from Leonard. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Paul George is checked in for Kennard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And it's Leonard missing.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Snatched away. And it's Ball in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Ball's got 7 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Hayes. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And it's the Clippers ball, and George with the stuff.
Getting off the floor with ease. George makes aggressive moves to the rim, looks so effortless.
New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Ball dishes to Hayes. Ball feeling it out a bit.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Now, here is George. He has 7. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 9 points in the game so far.
This guy has a high basketball IQ. Paul George understands what a good screen can do and uses it to perfection.
Stolen by Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Ball. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Cleveland. Sweet little floater. Ball's got 9.
I think this is what the coaches are clamoring for from Lonzo Ball. Don't settle for too many jump shots, and if you attack, go in there to make a play.
Beverly, happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Now, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Now Ball. 9 points in the game so far. And the rejection by Leonard.
It's tough to get any shot past Leonard. He makes great defensive decisions.
But they recover it. And it's Melly missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. The pass to Alexander Walker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Beverly.
And Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Both free throws good from Beverly. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for New Orleans. Inside, Williams. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Utah.
Yeah, but there's always this point, and you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there. And there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
For 3, Ingram nailed from three-point land. Ingram's got 20.
And getting more and more consistent, which means more dangerous as Brandon Ingram knocks down 3.
And it's Beverly missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Well, I like it when he goes vertical, but I like it when he stays there. How about Zion getting up?
Leonard against Ingram. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
The Clippers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Patterson, and it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
No one near Williamson as he lets it go. No good from outside. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. New Orleans has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Redick, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Lou Williams.
JJ doing a great job to draw the foul, wait for the contact while shooting.
For New Orleans, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. First free throw is good.
Well, the former Dookie, J.J. Redick, has carved out an incredible role as one of the league's most deadly shooters.
Both good from the line that time. The Clippers shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. To the inside, Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
We know George can beat you with the pass, has great vision and great court sense.
Here's Bledsoe. Tips it up, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got his third basket of the night right there.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Leonard, no luck.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Here's Morris, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
The Clippers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. He's perfect from the line this time. Bledsoe with it. He's got 5. Outside, Redick. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist in the game.
The defense had better put J.J. Redick on a leash and trail him around. He's ready to fire as soon as he gets that ball.
A 3 from Leonard. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got 14 points for the game.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Outside, Williams. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Offensive rebound. And it's Ingram missing. LA's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Tries again. And Adams sends it back. And they get it back. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it.
And we could get used to seeing a lot of highlights just like that. Zion's power and body control leading the points.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
Zion's part of a very exclusive club, a player who comes into the league as a clear #1 pick. A lot of responsibilities on his shoulder to turn the franchise around into a consistent championship caliber competitor.
Rejected by Ingram. Pulls up. Morris with the rebound. And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
He's a
We'll tell
fellow
G-Wade.
PG. Fellow PG. We got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And Brent, you and Kenny both enjoyed success in the NBA. Always great to have his perspective with us here at the broadcast table.
Well, that's nice of you, Kevin. And certainly Kenny has done some remarkable things post-career. And I love the fact with Kenny's presence, he's just got great perspective on the entirety of the game.
Here's Jackson. The shot, no good. Good D by Bledsoe. The shot by Redick, no good.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Kennard against Redick. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
And here's Ingram from the arc, and again New Orleans with the triple.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
With 4 seconds on the clock, and that's going to be a travel.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
From deep, and so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And returning from his sojourn, doing some in-game analysis, we laughed, we cried, we turned down the volume. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Smith.
Yeah, welcome back, buddy. Kenny, man, we missed you. Yeah, I know. You guys missed me. Like how much? Put it into words.
Minimal.
Minimal. That's not a lot, though.
Yeah.
Below minimal. Yeah. They treated me so well down there.
What's less than minimal?
3 minimal.
How about 0?
I'm so hurt.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Steven Adams is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. The Pelicans shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Ingram against Batum. Here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
Kind of fun to watch a battleship cruise through the lane like that. That's Zion coming right at you.
George looking over the floor. Beyond the arc. Connects from 3-point range. George has got 14 points for the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
It's Redick on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 14 rebounds. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Here's Bledsoe. Morris with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's George. Williamson with the block.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Here's Bledsoe, and it's sent back by George. Outside Leonard. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on J.J. Redick.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
You think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Right now, Brandon Ingram is just taking command of the entire game.
George against Bledsoe. Shoots it up. A nice shot by George. George has got 16.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now here's Williamson. He's got 19 and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Pelicans with possession here. 5 to shoot. Ingram drawing the double team. And Bledsoe throws it down hard.
Did you see panic? I didn't see any panic from Eric Bledsoe.
George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. Outside Leonard. Over Redick. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Redick against Leonard. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. And here's Ingram from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ingram's got 32 points in the game.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
And Adams has got the ball here for New Orleans. And it's Ingram missing. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Shoots over Redick. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Pelicans have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Adams wide open. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Goes up on the wing. And the Clippers miss again. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. No good from Bledsoe.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Batum scanning the floor. The dish to Morris. Williamson with the block.
Yeah, Zion just aggressive there and great timing.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. There's a break in the action, so a rundown now. The most reliable power forwards and centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. Second is Zion Williamson. In the third spot, Steven Adams.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Well, you can pretty much count it when they get the ball down low like that. You got to give them credit for working hard to get themselves open. Their percentages certainly wouldn't be as high as they are if they couldn't knock down those open 15-footers.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Melly. Paul George making his last shot. Passes it to Batum. And here is Williams. Outside, George. From 12 feet out. No good on that one. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Pass to Hart. Redick with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Batum inside the three-point line. And again, it's the Clippers missing. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Redick passes to Melly. Redick up top, defended by Beverly. Redick with the bucket.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Here's George. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage. And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
That free throw good from George.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
Now here's Ball. He's got 9. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And here is Los Angeles now. Outside, George.
And Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. Throw good, Paul George. And both free throws good for Paul George.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Now here's Ball. He's got 11. Here's Hart. That three off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
A moment here to see some numbers for Paul George. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 21 points per game last year, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now here's Zubac. Stolen by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Well, you got to slow him down. If he gets ahead of speed like that and measures those steps, Lonzo's going to throw it down.
Here's Zubac. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. It's hauled in by Beverly. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. And it's George finishing it off.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Down low, Ellie. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
2 shots.
The first one falls, and the Clippers making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Beverly. He's got 6. With the floater, can't cash in from close range.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
They shoot again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe.
Get open, get open.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now Kennard. No points in the game yet for him. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Melly's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 7.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Beverly. He's got 6. Can they get it? Oturu tips it back in. Oturu's got his first points in this one.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Well, so hard to knock Lonzo Ball off his center of gravity. That time, a good job of keeping his composure around the challenge.
Here's Kennard. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
That free throw, good from Kennard. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. New Orleans gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Here's Williamson. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Ingram against Beverly. With some arc. Rejected by Ingram. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. And that one goes long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the rejection by Zubats. Jackson from long range. And that one's good. Beverly.
And becoming more of a staple of his attack offensively. You give Beverly a look from deep, and he'll make it.
Here's Ball. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. No good with the layup.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Pelicans on top, running away with this one. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They've got Jackson. Also Williams out there. And it's Kennard in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Back to Ingram. Feeds to Williamson. Over Kennard. And it's Williamson missing. And stolen by Williamson. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Step back shot. Off the left rim and out. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Los Angeles guys shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Kennard gets an open look and hits.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Williamson double team. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Here's Williams. That one rolling around and rims out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish. Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Williams passes to Kabengele, and it's blocked.
It's not with extreme athleticism that really gets to that shot, but the anticipation and the timing, those help.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And here's Kennard. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Ingram. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome balance there from Ingram on the play. Even after the contact, able to absorb it.
And Bones, one of the things you're seeing from Ingram is his improved strength, something he's worked on now for a while.
Yeah, B.I. has talked about eating 6 meals a day back in college and still coming into the league at 190 pounds. But eventually, that metabolism is going to slow down. And if you keep putting in that kind of work, the incremental improvements are going to speed up. We've been seeing that from Brandon Ingram.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the three. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, this kind of play right here pays off in the team camaraderie. That's B.I. doing the dirty work, and they love it.
Now here's Jackson. Williams up on top. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And Patterson kicks to Williams. Lets a floater go. It's hauled in by Thornwell.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
That one goes. Count it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kennard against Ingram. Here's Kennard. To the middle. Here's Kevin Gilly. Williamson with the block. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Just love it when B.I. gets up like that and just stretches out for two.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son Six in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the Sixth Men of the Year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
That's good from Williams. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And Williams drops them both.
Well, whether Lou Williams is starting or more than likely coming off the bench, he's such a high-quality role player, someone that can heat up in a hurry and make the difference on those nights during a regular season where you could tally up 6 or 7 more wins. Lou's going to get those for you.
And the Pelicans get it back.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession, just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
One shot.
And that one misses.
A second-round pick who relies on instincts and a little bit of size. Hernan Gomez, actually a pretty good free throw shooter.
That's a 2 from Kennard. And it's Melly with the rebound. Melly's got his 5th rebound in this one. Alexander Walker passes to Hernan Gomez. From 15 feet away. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Kennard covering. Alexander Walker passes to Thornwell. Here's Hernan Gomez up and in on the layup.
Yeah, second chance points again, a huge problem for this team.
And Los Angeles guys shooting just 28%. They're offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Good on the bucket. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Thornwell. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Hernan Gomez. Out to the right wing. Here's Melly. A three-pointer, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
The high post shot hits the front of the rim and out.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Here's Kabengele. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. The Pelicans shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Shots good by Alexander Walker.
Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Kabengele. Shots good by Kennard.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
Alexander Walker passes to Hernan Gomez. He gets that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Williams looking over the floor. Shoots from the elbow. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. The Clippers shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Here's Alexander Walker. Poked away. Melly passes to Alexander Walker. Three-pointer. A nice shot by Melly.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pushing it up. Here's Alexander Walker. A second chance effort. And it's good on the lay-in.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Beverly looking around, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Yeah, Beverly doing a good job of reading not just his defender, but the secondary defender in that pick and roll.
There's the pass to Melly. To the left side wing. New Orleans moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Hernan Gomez in the corner. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Alexander Walker. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zion Williamson.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Williams, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Beverly. Shot on the wing. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Over to the left wing. And it's Kabengele missing. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Here's Alexander Walker. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.